cruel. It's that they had to become cruel in order to achieve their goals. And that's not retrospective. Someone saw that right from the beginning. There's a Jewish leader, Asher Ginsburg, called Hebrews Halavan. He said in 1896 that if we can, 1896, that if we continue to treat the Arabs like this, all we end up is one small Levantine people tormenting another small Levantine people. And he said that this is the Messiah coming. So it's not that this is retrospective. The Jews all along saw that in order to create a Jewish state, they had to oppress and suppress the Palestinians. Most of the Zionist leaders said, yeah, we have to do that, but we're going to do it because our interests are more dire and more important. So that it's not that they set out to be cruel, it's that they had to become cruel, they had to harden their hearts in order to establish their project. And they did. And very quickly, they became very cynical, very hypocritical, very cruel towards the Palestinians, suppressing them, using the British alliance to defeat Palestinian opposition to the takeover of their homeland. The British Empire sent 150,000 troops to Palestine in 1936 to suppress the Arab revolt. The Jews enthusiastically took part in the support of the Jewish terrorist organization began killing Palestinian civilians and others. And then since then, the commitment to ethnic cleansing and to the enlargement of the Jewish state has necessitated increasing cruelty. So some of the early Zionists and some of the older Zionists even now can't believe what they're seeing.
So much.
Or the state has become this fascistic, suppressive, cruel, sadistic entity. But it's an internal logic. Once I decide to start suppressing somebody, I don't have to keep getting harder and tougher and more cruel in the process. So it was an internal logic. They didn't say but inevitably they had to go on. And when they made the commitment after 67 to hold on to the occupied territories, that just magnified. And you said, I'm sorry. One final comment on the statism. All you have to do is to watch the TikTok video of Israeli soldiers dancing, shortly, dressing themselves in the clothes of Palestinians and mocking the Palestinians and making humor of blowing up homes. I mean, it's sadism of the worst sort, and they don't even like it. They put it on TikTok. The Western press doesn't reproduce these images, but anybody can watch them. They become sadists.
Actually, I do want to ask you this question, but now that you mentioned the TikTok videos of Israeli soldiers dancing and while blowing up houses in Gaza, I'm very interested in trying to understand how can a person, and I don't think we are born with a bad gene or a good gene, how the person can reach this level of sadism. We know that Israeli kids, Israeli Jews, are brainwashed from a very, very early age through school books and through education to believe that everyone wants them dead. They are surrounded by monsters. But do they truly believe it?
If you listen to people like Nurit Peled, who's the daughter of Nurit Peled, who's a brigadier general, or her brother Nico, to listen to Ilan Pape, who worked in Israel and was in Iraq, if you listen to Shlomo Sand, all these other Israelis, they'll tell you about the propaganda and the brainwashing that happens almost right from birth. So that the sense of superiority
shit, the fucking hurt so much.
and fear.
Oh, fucking hurts so much.
You're just brainwashed into them right from the beginning. It's like a cult. And
it works.
and it works really beautifully. And then, of course, Palestinian resistance doesn't always take beautiful forms. I mean, the Palestinians have done some terrible things. You know, the suicide bombings of civilians. Now, why people are driven to that despair, that's another question. But for me, this just validates and justifies what they've always been taught.
Shit.
And October the 7th, the killings of civilians, the abduction of people, to the Israelis, this just justifies everything they've ever been told about the Palestinians and what they did to create the Palestinians. They didn't consider that for a second. But I also think it's traumatizing to walk around in a moment like that. It's traumatizing to walk around. You're always told that you're always under threat. And that fear and loathing of the other is like the essential value. It's traumatizing. What does that do to you as a person? You know, not to mention, there's a lot of historical trauma in the parents and the parents of Israelis that they brought from Europe. And those traumatic imprints are passed on as well. Quite apart from the Palestinian Israeli struggle, there's just trauma that's passed on from generations. So you get this historical brainwashing and this immersion into a cultural sense of superiority and loathing of the other, coupled with historical trauma passed on from generations, and you get people capable of doing what they're doing now. And then you get valorization. You know, I mean, most of these are graphs, as you know, if you read Haaretz or listen to Gideon Levy or any of these honest Israelis. The Israeli press just valorizes the Israeli, the Muslim in the world. Yeah, they're perpetrating
so much
murder
pain.
and war crimes, and you still think
So much fucking pain.
And the heroism. What heroism? Dropping bombs on civilians from the air who have no defenses, who have no anti-tank weapons.
So much fucking pain. It's fucking, when you fucking hit me with the car.
This heroism. I mean, it's just
fucked up my ankle.
You know what?
Fucked up my ankle, and then he fucking came out, and he fucking
at a certain point, the words
wanted to fight.
Inadequate in the face of
Yeah.
And that's what I, in a way, wanted to ask
he
you.
fucked up my ankle. And then he fucking wanted to fight me.
Like, what does it do
and then
to your mind
bullshit.
when you have no words
Bull
to
fucking
describe
shit.
what you are saying? That's something that I'm experiencing myself. Like, I'm sure millions of
He's gonna
others.
fucking say
I cannot
criminal
find
threats.
words, and I
No criminal threats.
have this feeling of utter uselessness.
Shit.
What
God.
What can it create in a way in the mind?
Fucking
This feeling of there's
hit
no
me.
words to describe what we are saying.
Like ran over my fucking ankle
So I would argue
with
you
his
that
car.
uselessness is not a
And then he's gonna claim
It's,
fucking
feelings that I'm tired, I'm
What?
hungry, I'm sad, I'm angry.
what?
Uselessness is a self-judgment. It's a point of view.
Criminal threats?
And
Battery?
it's not a very
That motherfucker,
rational
piece
one.
of shit. He's the one who
Because
fucking
nobody's useless. And,
got out of his car.
But as to the core question,
I've been dealing with this shit for so long. Like, what the fuck?
how to handle these emotions for which the words are inadequate, you just allow yourself to feel them. Be with them. Just really be with them. Be with them. And know that I was at a tour in Europe, at 6 countries. I didn't make it to Belgium, but I was in Holland.
Damn it.
And
God
in
damn it.
Eastern Europe. And I can tell you, I met people everywhere who have the same feeling. Not the majority, perhaps. The majority have a way of
fucking
distancing
bullshit.
themselves from
Bullshit.
reality, and they care more about
Fucking asshole.
which football team wins the next game and what's happening in some other part of the world. But everywhere I met, there were people whose hearts were broken. And it's good to be in touch with other people whose hearts are broken.
God.
Let our hearts be broken
It fucking
together.
hurts so much. It hurts so much.
But beyond that,
It hurts so
let's
much.
feel what we feel.
It hurts so much. And the
Sometimes
fucking
it's
security
okay.
fucked it up even worse when they fucking did what they did to me.
How,
Like, they
how
made
have
it
you
even
dealt
worse.
with it? I remember I
Like,
watched an interview
ah,
about
this is
4
so
months
unfair.
ago, I think to TRT.
It's so unfair.
Where you said
It's so
that
fucking fair.
This time
God
had
damn.
been the heaviest and darkest time of your life.
First
for
he
sure.
fucking
This was 4 months ago.
hits
How
me.
do you relate?
Fucks up my
to it?
ankle.
Yeah, it's still like that. I mean,
Ah.
apart from my
And
experience
security
as an
of fucking
infant in
Cedar
the Second
Sinai
World War,
fucks up
when
my ankle
Budapest was being
more.
bombed by the Allies and occupied by the Germans, and the horror was
shit.
taking place
This
to
is
my
not
family
right.
and to others,
This is not
which I don't
right.
recall
Not
consciously.
right at all.
The
I
emotional
fucking
memories
record
are
all
stamped
this
in my
shit.
nervous system. But in my conscious memory,
How is that fucking possible? How fucking possible?
look, I lived through the
How fucking
Vietnam,
possible?
and the Americans,
Motherfucker.
as you know, killed
fucking-
2 to 3 million Vietnamese.
He runs over my
Almost
fucking
horrible. It's
foot.
napalm and bombs
And then he thinks
mass
he's
murder
fucking
and
a
so on.
battery. That fucking bullshit.
But at least the Vietnamese had the capacity to fight
shit.
back. They had
Fuck.
the weapons from China and
Like he
and
fucking
Russia.
ran over my
They
fucking
had
foot
the
and
aircraft
gets out
that
of
they
the
could shoot
fucking
down
car.
airplanes.
Piece of shit.
They had the army and the guerrilla experience that they gained fighting against the French. And they were an effective resistance force that ultimately was able to defeat the Americans. So horrible as that was, it wasn't as one-sided as this is. It's the utter on one-sidedness
Fuck.
of what we're watching. And furthermore, the development of technology where it's not just a few minutes on the 90 minutes.
So
You can watch it on
fucking
YouTube. You can watch it on Instagram.
Goodbye. Goodbye for later.
Palpable presence of the cloud on our screens. All I have to do is